Answer this down below in the comments for me. If you're driving on different food delivery apps, so DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, maybe something else, what is your daily goal? How much money do you want to make every single day? Maybe what, $75, $100 is a common goal. If you're struggling to make that, maybe $100, that's one thing. But if you're struggling to make just $50 driving food delivery, I think that's something else. So I saw this video from Go Herping titled "The Struggle to Earn $50 as a Food Delivery Driver." And listen, as someone who's done most every single app and niche in this gig economy since 2015, I'll give you the hot take here. You should not be struggling to make just $50. I mean, worst case, I want you to do that in what, 3 hours? If you're doing 4 hours to make just 50, we need to talk about that.
I'm an Amazon driver, an Instacart shopper, and as of today, I have downloaded DoorDash.
Hold up, $3.83 for 6.1 miles. Please don't accept that.
I immediately got one, McDonald's. I guess I
no.
picked the very first one.
No.
DoorDash is like,
please, dollars to mile ratio. How much am I getting paid for the miles driven? $1.75 is our channel goal. If you're new here, like the video, consider subscribing. This is all I do here, and $25 an hour in gross revenue on any side hustle. The thing is, if you don't know, like this driver did, then you just kind of accept everything. You're like, well, these are the orders that I get, so I guess I'll click that red button to accept it. No.
My DoorDash got canceled. All right, McDonald's, $7.06. It's a different McDonald's. It's 12 minutes away. So I've used DoorDash.
Let me talk about that. So what happens, that's a tough way to start. What happens if it's canceled right when you get to the restaurants? And it'll certainly happen. So he got a request for $7 at a different McDonald's. Here's what you can do. So I'm guessing that's going to be at least 5-7 minutes away. What you might want to do, since you're already there, you can just stay there. If it's a popular restaurant, ideally not McDonald's, please, or Wendy's or Taco Bell, but you can stay there because it's busy enough. You're like, I'm just going to stay here. I'm not driving anywhere until I get a restaurant at this spot. That's just one strategy.
Oh, it smells good. I'm hungry. Oh, that's a speed.
Oh, there's a hot and cold bag there. I didn't see one.
My goal for today is to make $100. Oh,
boom,
yeah,
there we go. $100
here,
goal.
Just right down the road. Oh, another.
So this one, oh no, it's $4.08 for 6.9 miles from Bojangles. Now, again, dollars to mile ratio, just because the app is giving you this does not mean it's the best order for you. It does not mean you have to accept it. You can decline it as much as you want as an independent contractor on really any of these platforms. And also, it looks like he's driving in a more rural zone. I'm just judging, it looks like a suburban zone here. So orders might be fewer and far between, but still.
Another order. No, let's do it.
Don't accept that.
$4.08. Now, I know there's going to be comments like you should only take orders of a certain amount.
Correct.
But when you're learning an app, I think it's best to just take every order. And that took me about 20 minutes.
Disagree. So there you go. He says like, well, people are going to say I should only, I get it, learning how an app works, and I do teach you to understand and master one app first, but why? You shouldn't do it at the detriment of wasting your time and making like no money. Like, it doesn't take necessarily a lot more time. Like, I know there's time waiting for another order to come through, but my time's valuable. Your time's valuable as well. Why not? Follow best practices from day one. Okay, interesting. He's also driving in the early morning, like 9-something a.m. he said. Not the ideal. Most mornings even, it's gonna depend on your market, obviously. And ideally, I'd want you in a city center versus, I'm thinking right here is a more suburban zone. It's gonna be even slower.
I also had 2 cups of tea before I came. Now I really need to pee. Honestly, there's an Amazon shift nearby starting in an hour. This is supposed to be a DoorDash video. If I wasn't recording, I would think I would just go do this Amazon shift, but because I'm doing the DoorDash.
You know what? That just reminded me. So it's slow right now on DoorDash. So he's looking at Amazon Flex because that's something that he's familiar with. What is that called, folks? So it is what? It's multi-apping within one niche, but then he's multi-niching, which is what we teach you here. So if it's dead slow on the multi-apping, like DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats, dead slow, then he's multi-niching. He's looking at different niches entirely because you're free. You're already out anyway. You might as well maximize your income. There you go. I like that.
We just recently changed it, so they've got this stupid thing where
Like, I don't know if you accept more orders.
Yeah. Yes, accept more, earn more, which is previously called, well, now it's called priority access. It was previously called accept more, earn more. And then it was also called earn more with a higher ratings pilot. So yeah, as this other Dasher that he ran into said, if you accept more, you'll get access to higher paying orders. DoorDash used to say that was $2 plus per mile. They rescinded that shortly after. I wouldn't really do that to accept. It's 50% or 70. Yeah, 70+% to get access. Well, to get more access. You know, if you do the 50, you get access. You accept 70, you get more access to higher paying orders. I mean, most all the time it's not worth it.
And people get hangry, so I'm just gonna apologize, even though none of it's my fault. Sorry about the delay. Super busy.
Okay, that's a good practice. So he's texting the customer because it was a really long wait. What I would do is immediately text the customer after 10 minutes. Like within 10 minutes, they can wait a bit. But if you're waiting at the restaurant at that 10-minute mark, then just shoot them a text. Say, hey, I just want to let you know I'm still at the restaurant. Appreciate your patience.
My car's gonna smell like every restaurant in downtown Raleigh. So I have this really bad
Raleigh, North Carolina. There we go. We just discovered it. So I've driven here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I've done San Diego, California. Interesting. Let me know what market you're in. Comment down below, or if you're in Raleigh, let us know.
Strangers.
So miles, 7.5 miles for $15. Customer tip $10, which was good. It's a high paying order. Your high acceptance rate and customer rating gave you priority for this order. So Alex here, I'm wondering, yeah, he must qualify for accept more, earn more, especially because he hasn't done a lot of these, or sometimes they'll auto qualify you for your first month as well. But that's not bad though. 24 minutes, $15, 7.5 miles. That gets my seal of approval.
50 cents was the customer tip. I have never tipped that much. My high acceptance rate and customer rating gave me priority for this order. That's my fourth order. What is it, Doc?
Because you're new, yeah. Looking forward
So
to
I came to Crabtree into the mall so I could pee. And while I was at the urinal, I got an offer for PF Chang's, which I know it's just upstairs, so sure, why not? Man, I haven't been in a mall.
Okay, you got lucky there. I would never, I mean, well, let's talk about it. Where do I take a bathroom break? I would never stop at a mall to use the bathroom. Now, he got an order. Again, he got lucky to get an order within the food court. He said it was upstairs. But, I mean, you were at a Chick-fil-A. You were at two other places. Use the bathroom there. Super easy. Use the bathroom at the restaurant. Yeah, it's parking, going inside a mall, and then if you're pausing your dash, you're not even going to get anything. But yeah, you're going to probably get an order in the food court. I don't like it.
Food here
See,
too,
look at this. All this extra walking. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but he had to walk through the mall, wherever the bathroom was, to the PF Chang's. Then he has to walk down into the garage again.
I know I got Panda in the last video, and I know Panda Express is too expensive, but I wanted Panda Express.
That's why you got to pack some food, Alex. So it's a hack that I've talked about for years. If you're going to drive for like 3-4+ hours, just bring some food. Have a little cooler. Again, check our storefront. We have some stuff down there for like coolers and lunch boxes, but it saves you money. I remember I would pack like little burritos and a drink, like have a hydro flask or whatever it is. Then you save yourself what? Panda Express, $9, $10, $13, $14?
Do I want to go to Panera Bread for $5?
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep accepting all of them so
No.
that I get experience.
Alex, don't do it.
Panera.
Destination is on the left.
I wanted to be smart with the orders here, because think about this. We're seeing a pattern here. Alex is just accepting whatever, which is fine if he wants to get used to the app, but I want you to make some money here, because you could just ignore that one order, 2 or 3 orders, save yourself what? The next 15, 20, 25 minutes. The last one took him like 25 minutes, but you're getting more money. And maybe it's the same miles or ideally less miles. I'm just saying.
It's hard to decide how much driving around versus sitting. Like, should I be chasing promo areas?
So to answer your question, Alex, should you be chasing promo areas? No, I wouldn't chase surge zones, but you want to know where it's busy. You want to know those power strips, areas that are really dense with restaurants. Over time, you'll learn when and how frequently and how much peak pay that DoorDash offers, which is the per delivery bonus, versus just guessing. And this is why I guess you'll watch videos like this and subscribe here so you can learn the best practices. Well, that, or you can just take our course, Mastering Delivery. It's going to teach you the best practices in just one video.
They are 28 minutes away from the PetSmart.
Oh.
So I was going to Chick-fil-A. Got
28 minutes. Why? 28 minutes away. The mileage had to be what, longer, and you have to understand, like, that's a market thing. Are you driving during rush hour?
30 minutes later.
Ouch.
And we're here.
Let's see the numbers.
$49.71. So we'll just say we're halfway there at $50.
Okay, let's look at the orders here. So a cancellation, $0. $7, $4. There's no tip there. I think that Sassol was a $10 tip, maybe, that we saw. $8, $5 for Panera, not worth it. That's a minimum that we saw. $11 for PetSmart, but it took 30 minutes on that PetSmart. What other numbers we got?
$6 was because of peak bonuses in busy areas, and $23 was tips directly from.
Okay, that's decent with tips, because folks, I want you to hit a 1-to-1 with tips. Like, basically you can see here, $20 and almost an equal amount of tips. It's just that bonus pay. You know, Alex was driving during the breakfast time, more rural zones combined as well. And then again, not a lot of peak pay there is what did it.
$8.28.
Yeah.
Not great. Just above minimum.
Now, are you calculating the time that you went to what, Panda for like that lunch break? I'm assuming not.
When it comes to miles, unfortunately, my mile tracking app stopped working, so I don't actually know.
I mean, Alex, what I would do here, folks, when it comes to mileage tracking, you can use apps, MileIQ, GridWise, not affiliated, just the ones that I know of, or you can reset your trip odometer. So when you're starting your shift, zero out the trip odometer, and then when you're done doing business miles, then boom, just write down that number. Now, if you stop for personal reasons, like, you know, you're going to drive to a Chick-fil-A for lunch, and then you're going to reposition yourself back to a power strip, then just write down that number from that first part of the shift, go to your, you know, lunch, whatever, and then zero it out again when you're going to go online so you can have the rest of that day's miles there.
With Amazon, I make $1 per mile on average. With DoorDash, it was not this good. It was between 50 and 100 miles to make $50.
Very good, Alex. I appreciate the video. He's linked down below in the description. So 50 to 100 miles, an estimate there to make $50. So yeah, as we saw, number one, if you're new. So if you're new, folks, yes, getting used to the app. Like, I don't even really know how this stuff works. We talked about doing that new demo order, so you don't even have to get in your car. You can just see how an order works. Number two, researching the best days and times where to drive in your marketplace. So Alex drove the early AM in Raleigh, but it wasn't downtown. It was quite westward, maybe that suburban zone. And we saw that proven by the fact that there wasn't a lot of peak pay. And then also knowing what to accept. And again, there's a caveat if you're new here, but like I said, I wouldn't even accept everything. I don't care if you're new, accepting $4 and $5 runs. It's just a waste of time. And some of those took a good amount of time, like 15, 20, 25 minutes. So watch videos like this first. Again, consider subscribing. Look at that mastering delivery course that we have linked down below so you can start making more money from day one. But good stuff from Alex. Let me know if you want me to react to part two, because this is just part one of his like first DoorDash shift. Drop a like in this video, folks, if you got value. You can also click or tap the screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.